Okay, great. So welcome to this webinar. My name is Marcus Birot. I'm the program coordinator for cybersecurity and network administration. And I'm sure you are all here because you are interested in cybersecurity and are well aware of what your interests are. But I like to start this presentation of the program with a short background why we have started this program. It's a relatively new program. It's been running for 1.5 years. So we have our first second-year students starting this autumn. And hopefully we will run for many years. And the reason we started this is because there is an extremely big gap uh, between the people that we need in cybersecurity and the supply that we have. The gap is increasing, and I usually let the numbers here talk for themselves. These numbers are a bit old, but it doesn't really matter because they tell the story anyway. And when we get to the last one here, we can see that the cybersecurity attacks are increasing, and the workforce gap is unfortunately increasing as well. I usually say that the outlook for the future of cybersecurity is very bleak, and the security threats is greater than ever. And on top of this, of course, we have this increasing gap between the demand and the supply of skilled cybersecurity workers. Even though we're at an all-time high of 5.5 million professionals working in this field, this is still not enough. And the growth has actually basically flatlined the last 2 years. We have a mere 0.1% increase in the workforce, according to DeepSeek, a security company. And to add on this even more, we see an increasing demand from the industry of people that can build and manage networks and data centers from the ground up. As I'm sure you're all aware of, the geopolitical situation that we are in right now, security-wise, makes due to the political situation that we are in, we cannot rely anymore or be dependent on cloud services and other nations' solutions. We need to be able to control things ourselves, because there are some great nations that, if they wanted to, they could just shut down our entire business. If we look at it from an organizational perspective, and even as a democracy and a nation, we are so dependent on other people, and we are so vulnerable. So we need the competence in-house to actually run all of these technical things on premises within our borders and be able to secure it. So with that said, we thought that we had to do what we can to decrease this workforce gap. And we have started the CNA program, the Cybersecurity and Network Administration program. And our goal is to combine network and system administration with a clear focus on cybersecurity. So we will not only be able to secure something or secure the networks or penetration test the networks, we will also be able to build them from scratch and understand how they work. And we are actually a sister program to a long-running program here at the university called Network and System Administration Program. So we have some similarities with that, and we study a lot of courses together with that program. But you will have a more security in your education and more security profile when you get out of here. We offer a wide variety of courses, and our goal is to start with foundational skills and then build upon that to give you everything that you need. Our overarching goal is to give you as much information and as much foundational knowledge so you can deep dive into any parts of the IT industry that feel that you're interested in. You will see that in the course curriculum on the next slide. But the main point is that we have a clear focus on security in all areas, both administrative and risk management, but also the really technical parts of how to secure a network and how to attack networks as well. We have a close collaboration with various organizations and companies in Sweden. For example, we have a close collaboration with TruSec, and they are one of Sweden's biggest security companies doing security work for other super big companies in Sweden, and they are spreading out in Europe as well. They usually come to us and give some guest lectures and show us the latest, coolest stuff, and we are really happy for that. And we also, for example, have collaboration with the Swedish police in regards of digital forensics and incident response. And yeah, that is pretty cool. So as I said, this program started in the autumn 2024. So you will, if you apply, you will be the third class to start this program. So we are still quite fresh, and we have yet some courses that we created that we haven't given. So we have a lot of fun things to look at in the future here. Okay, so just to give you a quick overview of the course curriculum, which courses are included in the program, you can see there's a wide variety of courses ranging from fundamental courses like computer fundamentals, introduction to data communication. We start off quite basic with the foundation, but we quickly escalate and dive deeper into more specific stuff already in the second semester in the springtime with Linux and Windows administration. And you will learn the foundation of programming, and we will advance into script programming and computer forensics. And of course, we have cyber operations and everything, all the fun stuff here. I think the titles for the courses speaks for themselves. Please ask questions if you're interested in what is included in the various courses. Yes, what could we more say about the course curriculum? Yes, in year 3, if you should feel that you're not abroad enough when you get here, you can actually exchange any of the courses in semester 5. So that would be the autumn of year 3. And you can go to study at any of our partner universities if you would like. So the 4 courses you can see in year 3 here are not mandatory to graduate. You can exchange them for whatever you want. But of course, you will miss some great courses by our great teachers. So I hope that you would like to stay here that year as well. And of course, as you can see, there are some complementing courses and activities within the different courses that teach you the scientific stuff. So you get to practice doing some research, so you are prepared for your thesis work. And once you have done your thesis work, you hopefully graduate. And what will you get when you graduate? Yes, you will get a Bachelor of Science within informatics. We also believe that you will get a strong foundation to work with any part in IT. As you saw from the curriculum, and as I mentioned before, we try to give you a little bit of everything, so you are prepared, so you know how everything fits together, and you perhaps have found what you are most interested in, and then you can feel that you're prepared to deep dive into that once you start your working career. It's too early to say, as we are only starting the second year here for this program. So it's a bit early to say where our students end up. But if we look at our sister program, the NSA program, which has a similar profile, they end up working, for example, like cybersecurity analysts, red blue team members in a SOC, Security Operations Center. They work as IT security specialists, network technicians, cyber operations specialists, and so on and so forth. A lot of fancy roles and a lot of good, nice, fun jobs, making the world a better place. After your studies here, you will also be well prepared to continue your studies at the master's level, either at some other university or at our university. We have a program that we like to call PICS. It stands for Privacy, Information Security, and Cybersecurity. And it's a really good master program in the same field as this bachelor. So if you want to progress your academic career, that is a really good option that you can take as well. Some nice news upcoming here that relates to our program is that we are trying to build a cyber range. And if you haven't heard of a cyber range, it's a really, really cool lab environment where we can practice cybersecurity and war games, you can say. We have red and blue team, we have attacker, we have defenders, and we can put up very cool scenarios where you get to get some practice and really work with real threats. And this is in addition to our lab that we already have, which consists of 5 rooms with 160 computers that you can do whatever you want with. You can build networks, you can build things from scratch, setting up systems however you want. You can lab, you can test, and it's available to you as much as you want. So this is in addition to an already really good lab environment. I would like to get show you some student feedback from previous years here. I asked the second year students during a program meeting before the summer what they thought about the program so far. And they mentioned things that the lab environment is very fun, topics that have been covered is really good, is a lot of practical work, and there's a lot of practical work. And that is good because you actually get to know what you're dealing with, and the people is a good thing to highlight here as well, because students are close to the teachers, and we as teachers like to be close to the students as well and help you when you need help. We usually roam around in the lab environment when you are working in your spare time and just try to be helpful. And I realize that this picture is covering something else, but I can get back to that in a second. So also, I would like to give a friendly word of advice. Because you're international students, there is unfortunately a lot at stake here, because we try our best to give you the best possible education. And to do so, we need to start easy, and then we need to have a progression throughout your studies, making things harder and harder. And due to that, we have a lot of prerequisites. So that means that you actually need to pass the courses in the beginning in order to be admitted to and take the upcoming courses next semester. So, and being international students, if you aren't registered for full-time or 30 credits each semester, you will get in trouble with the migration office or the migration agency. So this is not to scare you off. What I would really like to highlight is for you to engage in your studies from the beginning, because if something goes wrong, the consequences will be a bit tougher for you as your international students. Also, we have the admission requirements are that you have a high school diploma, secondary diploma, upper secondary diploma, and that you have proven proficiency in English. And this is really important to know, that you are expected to know English well enough to understand the teacher's slides, the teacher's literature, and the lectures. So make sure that you have prepared before you get here. Okay, so please, that was a very short introduction, but please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them.